ओम सहना ववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, salutations to all. So today we see the glory and significance of the Jyotirling Vaidyanath Ji. Saurashtre Somanatham cha Srishaile Mallikarjunam Ujjainyam Mahakalam Omkare Parameshwaram Kedaram Himavatprishte Dakinyam Bhimashankaram Varanasyam cha Vishvesham Triambakam Gautami Tate Vaidyanatham Chitabhumau Nagesham Darukavane सेतुबंधे च रामेशम घुष्मेशम च शिवालये। वैद्यनाथम चिता भूमौ। Vaidyanath ji is in a place which is known as Chita Bhumi. Where is this place? So this is Deogarh. This Vaidyanath Dham is in a place called Deogarh in Bihar. So, sorry, Jharkhand now. Earlier it was Bihar. So, this is what the Shiva Purana says, Chita Bhumau. We will come to that, why this is called Chita Bhumau. The shloka. So, each Jyotirlinga, one shloka we have been seeing, and I have been sharing on the WhatsApp group also. That is a part of, all those shlokas are a part of Dvadasha Jyotirlinga Stotram composed by Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya ji. So, that shloka for Vaidyanath ji is Purvottare प्रज्वलिका निधाने सदा वसंतं गिरिजा समेतं सुरासुराराधित पाद पद्मं श्री वैद्यनाथं तमहं नमामि. So Purvottare Prajvalika Nidhane. So in the Purvottar Disha, in this Chita Bhumi, Prajvalika means Chita Bhumi, which is Vaidyanath Dham. There, one who stays, Sada Vasantam Girija Sametam, with Mother Parvati, who stays, and who is worshipped by the Devatas, by the Asuras, all the Siddhas, etc., whose lotus feet are worshipped. To that, Sri Vaidyanath Ji is my salutation. So, the Vaidyanath Dham, as per this Shiv Puran, as well as the stotram that Shankaracharya Ji has composed, that is in Deogarh, in Jharkhand. Now here, what is the... So the Shiva Puran gives that the shlokas, the reference is in Shatarudra Samhita. So some of the stories you will find in Koti Rudra Samhita, then Shatarudra Samhita, like that. These are different portions of the Shiva Puran. So here, Vaidyanathavataroti Navamastatra Kirtitaha Avirbhuto Ravanartham Bahu Leelakara Prabhu. So this Vaidyanath avatar happened for whom, or the manifestation of Bhagavan in the form of Vaidyanath happened for Ravana. It is ninth in the description of 12, it is number 9. तदा नयन रूपम ही व्याजम कृत्वा महेश्वरः ज्योतिर्लिंग स्वरूपेण चिता भूमौ प्रतिष्ठितः. And so Bhagavan manifested in the form of a linga, the story we will see, and got established in Chitabhumi. uh, Bhagavan, who is in his true nature, he is unmanifest, infinite, pure consciousness, Shiva Tattva. Tada Nayana Rupam hi Vyajam Kritva. So he becomes manifest so that you and I can perceive. In what way? Jyotirlinga Swarupena. And whoever has darshan of this Jyotirlinga, specifically it is said uh, their health improves, they get relief from some of the physical ailments. So Vaidyanatha. And of course, darshan of Bhagavan's linga destroys many sins, rewards a person with happiness, fulfillment of desires, and ultimate mukti also. So this place is called Chita Bhumi because it is said that this is also there in Shiv Puran in the Koti Rudra Samhita. Bhagavan Shivji, when he was carrying the body of Mother Sati, different parts of the body. So when Sati was dead, he carried the body of Sati, and different parts of the body have fallen in different places. And each of those places is called a Shakti Peeth. So 51 Shakti Peeths. The heart has fallen here. And it is said when the heart fell there down, then Bhagwan himself did the Agni Samskar. And so of that heart, and hence that place is called Chita Bhumi. Yes, so the explanation for that is, so that is the story behind it. And in one more place, so in multiple places, this place is called as Chita Bhumi. So one more place it is said, Pratyaksham tam tadadrishtva pratisthapya chate suraha Vaidyanatheti samprochya natva nutva divam yayuhu. So this will come in the legend also, the story, that Bhagwan's linga was established and devatas etc. worshipped there, and that place is Vaidyanath. Now, what is the story, the legend behind it? So, Ravan, as we know, is a devotee of Bhagwan. The devotees are also of all different types. Bhagwan himself says in the Gita, Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu, Jnani. There is a broad division. Somebody who worships Bhagwan only when one is afflicted or in trouble or in some difficulties, pain. So then one wants to get out of that. So one prays to Bhagwan. Someone prays to Bhagwan to fulfill some desire. So first is Artha, second is Artharthi, then third is a Jignasu who wants to know that what is the nature of Bhagwan, what is my relationship with Bhagwan, how can I realize, uh, have darshan of Bhagwan, realize oneness with Bhagwan. That way one is very curious to gain knowledge, experience oneness. And Jnani is the one who experiences that oneness. So, this is broad categorization. Some devotees who are Artharthi, who seek fulfillment of desires, there also there are categories. Some seek fulfillment of desires to boost their ego. Some seek fulfillment of desires for the well-being of others. for family, for country, culture, different causes, So Ravan is one devotee. In fact, many asuras, that examples of asuras, um, even devatas for that matter, they worship Bhagwan for personal gratification, for getting more power or getting more, you know, certain boons by which one becomes immortal. So it is I centered. So it is sakama. It is not to reduce the small I. It is not to reduce the ego. It is to boost the ego and to feel powerful, to feel great, to feel that, I am supreme. Now, true nature of bhakti is the exact opposite. Bhakti, one of the way the word bhakti is formed is bhanj, meaning one, bhanj means amardane, means to break. So what will bhakti break? It will destroy our ego, make us realize infinite truth, make us realize that what we are seeking outside is actually our nature. And no matter how much we run outside, only temporary pleasure can come. But when we invoke bhakti, the ego dissolves. So bhakti will break all our attachments. Bhakti can break all our wandering of the mind. So impurities, wanderings, ignorance, it will destroy all this. Mala, Vikshep, Avarana, all gone. So bhakti has that capability, and bhakti is meant for that. But in the march of evolution, we evolve from being selfish to selfless and to beyond. That's our journey. Selfishness is what one thrives in, and one thinks that only through that one will attain what one wants to attain, and there is motivation in life, there is drive, there is success, there is goal, there is ambition, there is status. Oh, that will drive us. Which to one extent is right, it will drive, but it will also bring stress, worries, tension, anxieties, all that. And so many mental challenges also come with it. There is pleasure along the way, there is the enjoyment of power, position, all that also. But fulfillment it cannot bring. One who has seen through this will say that I have been there, done that, done and dusted. Selfishness is not the way to success, to real success and happiness. One has to go selfless. The more one becomes selfless, the more the mind becomes quieter. There is an inspiration which is impersonal inspiration. Personal inspiration, if gives so much of drive, impersonal inspiration gives 100 times or infinite times more drive than personal inspiration. You look at lives of any of the great Mahatmas. How much Gurudev worked, how much Ramdas worked. All of these great people, Vivekanand Anand Mahima, you see so many of them. Right now also, Amritanand Mahima, like that. There are so many who are, they want nothing for themselves. Then what is driving them? That is the love for everyone, because we are all one. There is no difference. His body is like that. Gurudev used to give the example. The whole body, different parts are there. Each part is different from the other. Each part's functions are different. No part can replicate the other part's function. Yet our vision is, I am this. So one who identifies with the totality, this whole universe is one appearance of the absolute truth, and I am serving that Lord. That bhakti, all comfort zones it will break, attachments it will break, maximum potential manifests. So that is the power of selflessness. And then one goes beyond. Selfish and selfless are the nature of the mind. When one lives a selfless life, then one goes beyond also and realizes oneness with the Supreme, infinity, Sachidananda Swarupatma. So Ravan is worshipping Bhagwan. See, we call somebody, Ravan is a great devotee of Bhagwan. Why do we say Ravan is a great devotee of Bhagwan? Who can be actually a great devotee of Bhagwan? One who surrendered himself completely to the will of the Lord, and who does not have ego, who lives with that attitude that I am not the Karta, I am not the Bhokta, Bhagwan alone is the Karta and Bhokta. If we say Hanumanji is a great devotee of Bhagwan, Ravan also is a great devotee of Bhagwan, then we have to think about that. What was Hanumanji's attitude and what is Ravan's attitude? Ravan is a great devotee of Shivji, Hanuman is a great devotee of Bhagwan Ram. What is the difference? Ravan brought pain to his own Ishta. When we love somebody, we don't want to cause pain. And here he created enough situations to disturb Bhagwan only. That Bhagwan doesn't get disturbed, it is his glory. But in his mind, Ravan has done so much to cause disturbance to Bhagwan only. The whole Kailash only he lifted. The whole Lanka also, he snatched from Kuber. Bhagwan made a mahal to stay. Ravan asked that only in the Dakshina. So Bhagwan is back to Kailas. Like that, there are so many instances. Hanumanji served Bhagwan completely and united Bhagwan with Sita ji. So if you see, greatness of a devotee is in serving Bhagwan, is in surrender. It is not in one's own ego boosting. So Ravan is a devotee of Bhagwan. And so uh, he was doing tapasya, Kailash mountains, ranges, he has gone and he starts doing tapasya there. And for a long time he has been doing now tapasya and Bhagwan is not manifesting. And so he took up one anushthan over. Now the second anushthan he starts doing and he finds Bhagwan is not manifested. So then he creates one huge pit, lights fire in that, and uh, he starts doing Havan. He invokes Bhagwan in the fire, he starts doing Havan in that, and he used to do Ghor Tapasya. So, what he will do in summer, he will surround himself with between the fire. So, surround himself where all the sides there is fire, and he's sitting in the center. Hot peak summer. Then in the rain, he will sleep outside, not below a shade, so he will get wet. In the winter, he will go and stand in cold water. If it is snowing, he will be there. And in and through all that, he is remembering Bhagwan. So now, when one sees this physical tapasya being done, then one says, oh, what a great devotee. No doubt, that is at a one level, it is a tapasya, it is a physical, uh, titiksha he has, and he is remembering Bhagwan in and through all these. But the motive behind it is the most important. That motive is my ego has, I have to become powerful so that I can rule over people. So that is the motivation there. So now all this he does, still Bhagwan is not manifesting. And so what happens finally? He says, if this is not pleasing Bhagwan, the final choice I have is, so he cuts his heads and he offers to Bhagwan in the Havan. 10 heads he has, one by one he chops. Last one is remaining, and he is ready to, offer that also. Bhagwan manifests. Now somebody asks, why does Bhagwan not manifest so, fast, and then why does it take so long to manifest? He is supposed to be Ashutosh, easily pleased. Now the Ravan is doing tapasya for such a long time and such, finally these extremes, cut the head and give and all that. Why does Bhagwan do all that? See, the idea here is only this. Bhagwan can be pleased easily, but if our ego is very strong, we will take more time. It's not the delay in Bhagwan's coming is because Bhagwan wants to just delay and come. No. is a devotee who takes time to reduce the ego. And sometimes Bhagwan also manifests when, like this, in this situation, if you see, it is not about extremes, it is about intensity. When he starts offering his head, what does that mean? The head is symbol of ego only. So he has come to that point saying that if Bhagwan does not give darshan, then there is no point in living. So he has come to that situation, that intensity has increased. Whatever may be the motive, finally the intensity has increased and he has come and he wants only Bhagwan, otherwise he doesn't want to live. So Bhagwan manifests. So when Bhagwan manifests there, um, he is happy and he blesses him, and all his 9 heads are again restored by the Lord, and he gave him all the physical strength, etc. Because so many days of tapasya, he was out in the difficult weather conditions and all that, and so he became very strong again. Now he pleased Bhagwan, and what did he want? He said, I want you to stay in Lanka. One legend says Bhagwan disagreed, and that's why he tried to lift the whole Kailash mountain and take. And then that's where Bhagwan, with his little toe, he pressed, not little toe, with his toe, he pressed a little, and that weight he couldn't bear, and in that he sang the uh, Shiva Tandava Stotram. Uh, that is one legend, one story. The second one is this. Now he wants Bhagwan in Lanka. Why? Because he wants to own Bhagwan is in my Lanka. That power he wants. And Bhagwan's will wherever he wants to stay. But Ravan wants Bhagwan's abode in Lanka. So he wants Bhagwan to move there. Bhagwan doesn't want to move. So what he does, he says that I have come to your refuge. You please come to Lanka. Now Bhagwan doesn't want to come there. So what does he do? He manifests in the form of the linga. And so he says, this is my Atmalinga. This is me in another form. You take this linga and go to your home, establish this. I am there with you there in Lanka then. Don't worry. Now he says there is one condition. Wherever you keep this, it will get established there. And so you have to be careful. Take this and go to Lanka. So Shiv Puran, Koti Rudra Samhita, 28 chapter, 12 to 15 verses. These are all given here. Prasanno bhava devesha lankam chatvam nayamyaham safalam kuru me kamam tvamaham sharanam gataha. Lankam chatvam nayamyaham. I will take you to Lanka. Now he wants Bhagwan in Lanka. The Bhagwan has decided and he is staying in Himalaya, but he wants him there. This is what I was saying. It is the ego which is more powerful than Bhagwan's will. Bhagwan still blesses him. He says, you take this linga and you go. He doesn't say that, no, no, I don't want to come and so I will, you ask some other boon. Bhagwan says, okay, fine, but you take this, my linga, and you go and establish there. So, ityuktasya tadatena shambhur vairavanena saha pratyuvacha vichetaskaha sankatam paramam gataha. So, Bhagwan, they write here a sankat, he came in sankat, meaning basically he does not want to shift there. So he says that Shruyatam Rakshasa Shrestha Vacho me Saravattaya Niyatam Swagruhe mehi Sadbhaktya Lingam Uttamam. Take this Uttama Linga, the best of the lingas, take this to your home, and with great bhakti you establish there. But wherever you place this on the ground, the moment you place it, it will get established. Bhumau lingam yada tvam cha स्थापयिष्यसि यत्र वै स्थास्यत्यत्र न संदेहो यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. Interesting है ना, यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. Wherever you place this linga on the earth, it will get established there, and there is no doubt in that. So you decide carefully, yatha ichasi tatha kuru, and do accordingly. Now, Ravan was happy, saying, okay, I will do. Now he can't force Bhagwan to come. He got a linga. So he takes that linga and he starts going. Now, Devatas, Vishnu Bhagwan, all of them, they feel that already Ravan is so powerful. Now he takes the linga and he goes there. It will become more difficult. He will start creating more trouble for everybody, and this linga should not go out to Lanka. So what should be done? So it is said that as he was going, he had an urge to use a restroom. So what has to be done? So here it is said that he saw one cowherd boy and he gave the linga to that cowherd boy. Some places it is said that Vishnu Bhagwan himself was there in the form of a old Brahmana, and so Ravan gave. Now see, some questions may arise in this, saying that Ravan did such terrific tapasya, and in the summer he is surrounded by fire, in the winter he is in the cold water, in the rain he is sleeping on the ground. So what, he doesn't have bladder control? What story is this? Suddenly he got an urge to, use the for nature's call. Now what is this? The point is, we may say that yes, he was doing great tapasya, etc. But sometimes when it happens, it happens. Then there is no control, and one has to relieve oneself. There is no other solution. That is one. Second, it is the will of Bhagwan also. So many factors are there involved in it. So he found one cowherd boy and he gave it to him, and he said, you wait here, don't put this on the ground. I will go and come back. So this cowherd boy is holding the linga. One muhurta has passed. Shiva Puran says one muhurta, about 40 minutes passed. And Ravan didn't come back. Now this cowherd boy, what does he do? He puts the linga on the ground. And so that linga then gets properly established there. And when Ravan comes back, he tries his best to lift the linga, but it has got established properly. All his efforts, he is not able to lift it. And so in disappointment, he presses on the top portion of the linga. He presses it. So the linga goes further down, and there is like a dent type of a thing that happens on the linga. And so finally he understood this is not going to happen. He left the linga there and goes to Lanka, tells Mandodari about what all has happened. Now, meanwhile, what happens here? All the devatas, Indra and all of them, with all the great rishis, munis, they all come there, and they do proper pratishtha there, and they name the linga as Vaidyanath Linga, and they worship Bhagwan there. Bhagwan also manifests in that linga, gives darshan to all of them, and that's what the Kotirudra Samhita says here that आजग्मुस्तत्र सुप्रीत्या पूजां चक्रुर्विशेषतः प्रत्यक्षं तं तदा दृष्ट्वा प्रतिष्ठाप्य च ते सुराः. So they invoked Bhagavan, they established him there, they worshipped in the linga, all that happened. Vaidyanatheti samprochya natva nutva divam yayuhu. So they bowed down, they prostrated, and they went. So this linga, that's why, because of Ravan's tapasya, the linga roop, Bhagavan manifested in the linga roop, then it got established there. Then the devatas and munis, etc., they have come and they have done formal pratishtha also. And so, because it has got pressed in the ground, uh, and there's a little bit of a like a you know dent which has been formed on this linga on the top, but it is said it is 8 fingers, 8 angul big. That's why it has gone inside. Otherwise, it would have been bigger. But Ravan pushed it, so you will see only 8 fingers in height. So that way, from and if you go there also in the Garbhagriha, you will see it's very small, and yes, the dent etc. is there. Sometimes the place also is extremely crowded when we go there. When I went there to do the darshan, literally it was like when one came out, one thanked Bhagwan that luckily one did not get trampled and stampede etc. didn't happen. It was terrific experience to go inside there and how much crowd, and one they are not listening. One can easily go in a simple line, long queue it is anyway, but falling on each other and doing what not, and Garbhagriha was a chaos there. In that place itself, one would feel one will slip and fall, because the time I went, it was some rain had happened or something. It was not that rainy season actually, but rain had come and very slippery. So sometimes it becomes very difficult in these places. Now, this is the linga there, and what is the significance here? Um, Whoever worships, so Abhishek etc. is done. Sharirik Manasik Rog, one will be relieved of them. And hence, Vaidyanath Dham, we have a lot of rush because of this specific thing, because a lot of people anyway have physical ailments, and today mental health challenges also increasing so much. Now, one aspect is Darshana Bhagwan, that place, vibrations there, puja has happened for such a long period of time. All that is definitely beneficial and it helps a person. But more than that, it is the bhavana. Then this whole story is also meant for that purpose, to understand that how our bhakti should be actually. That Bhagwan should be the greatest, not I. Bhagwan is not a means for me to boost my ego. Then that is not bhakti actually, in true sense of the term. Bhagwan is the goal ultimate, and Bhagwan is our true self. One has to surrender. So that's the basic purpose of this beautiful story. And now this place is, there is also um, the Shakti Peeth, because the heart has fallen. So Harda Peethasya Sadrisho Nasti Bhugola Mandale. So Padma Puran Patala Khand says that uh, because the heart has fallen there, this is the Shakti Peetha and the most powerful one, because heart is the main organ that takes care of the whole body, and hence they say here that this is Harda Pitha. And here mother is also called Jai Durga. Matsya Puran etc. they say Arogya Vaidyanathetu, because the heart of the mother has also fallen there. Linga of Bhagwan is also there, and both of them are blessing the devotee to get out of physical ailments, and hence it is said even in this other Puranas that that place is meant for physical, mental well-being. And so this is one aspect, and another aspect is there is Vasukinath Bhagwan also. So now Vaidyanath Linga, last point for today is Vaidyanath Linga, as per Shiva Puran, is in Deogarh in Jharkhand. Some places it is also said that in the same area there is Vaidyanath Ji's Mandir 42 kilometers away. And so some of the people believe that actual Jyotirlinga is Vaidyanath. Sorry, Vasukinath. The Vasukinath is the place where the Shivlinga is there. That is the actual Vaidyanath Ji. That is one belief. And then we see in one of the shloka in the 12 Jyotirlinga enumeration, where only the Jyotirlingas are enumerated, in one of those compositions, we see a little difference. Paralyam Vaidyanatham cha, it will be said there. So that is Paralyam Vaidyanatham cha is where? So that is in Maharashtra, Parali Gaon. So that is another belief. Near Beed in Parali Gram, and Jyotirlinga of Bhagwan is there. Ancient temple, one Shivalinga is there, and Ahalyabai Holkar had done the Jeernodhar of that temple, and above on a mountain peak it is there, and some few rivers flow from that mountain peak, and so that is one small Shiva Kunda also is there. There are various steps to go up. Now the idea here is with bhavana one goes any of these places, Deoghar or in Parali. Shiv Puran is mentioning Deoghar. Somewhere else maybe it is Parali. One should not have conflict. No, no, that is not. This is the only one is correct. Whichever one have the bhavana, go there, worship Bhagwan, and seek the blessings of the Lord. So this is the Jyotirling Vaidyanath Ji. Today we will meditate on the form of Bhagwan. Few days we have done Linga. We'll again come back to the form. I'm just going to show you here so that you see like how we have the Trambakeshwar Jyotirling, where in the Pitha inside we have the three eyes of Bhagwan as though. Like that, this Jyotirlinga here. And so in such cases, what happens? A Shri Mukha is put from the top. So same way it happens here in Jyotirling in Vaidyanath Ji also. So I'm just going to share that so you see. So this is the Jyotirling as such. So this much only. That's why it is 8 angul only. And all this yoni around here. And so on this, the Shri Mukha is put, and then the whole Alankar and all that happens. So this is Vaidyanath Jyotirling.